Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Marnell. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist. I have about 15 years of experience, and I actually recently completed my doctorate at Boston University. So I'm incredibly excited about that, and it was really a fantastic experience. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about occupational therapy screenings. So I wanted to make my own fine motor screening because there was specific information that I wanted to have on it. And I also wanted to have a tool that I could use that would be really easy to transport and to bring with me, but that didn't require a lot of supplies. Also, I wanted it to be suitable for telehealth or for in person. So I created this tool, and what I'd love to do now is to walk you through the tool, a quick introduction so that you become a little bit familiar with it, and then you could try it yourselves, and I'd love to hear what you think of it. Okay, so let's take a look at the screening. What I'd like to do is take you in right away to the page that presents the fine motor skill areas. So in the first column are the actual foundational skills that contribute to fine motor development. So this screening looks at postural control, shoulder stability, hand preference, grasp pattern, wrist extension, and bimanual skill. And in the second column, there are 5 visual motor activities. Then what I'd like you to do is take you to the first page. So on the first page, there are actually 3 steps. The first is step 1, trace this outline, and now trace this outline. So we get an idea of the visual motor skill for tracing. The next step is to color this picture and then to color the second picture. And the third is to fold along this line. So this will give us a lot of information, and I'll show you how to score this in a moment. The second page, and this screening consists of 2 pages. So this is the second and final page. So step 4 of the screening is to copy the shapes in the spaces below. Step 5 is to ask the child to draw a picture of himself and then to draw something else too. And the 6th step of the screening is a cutting task. The next page is a checklist and observation. So while the child does a lot of these activities, as OTs, you'll be looking at the component skills. So there's a checklist looking at upright sitting posture, shoulder stability, hand preference. Then the 4th category, grasp pattern and wrist extension, seeing what kinds of grasps are developing. In the first column, bimanual skills. So looking how skilled they are at using 2 hands together at this point. And in the second column, we're going to look at a lot of the visual motor abilities here. So we're going to look at tracing within the line, whether they're demonstrating fluid hand movements, copying skills, coloring skills, their visual attention to task, their ability to isolate finger movements. The 9th category looks at visual motor skills of drawing. And the 10th category is looking at the visual motor skills for cutting. And this really gives us just so much information. So looking at if they stabilize the paper with their helper hand, if they're using a thumbs up grasp, if they are able to fluidly move their hand, opening and closing it, looking at hand endurance, and then their accuracy. So overall, this is the screening, and it can be downloaded at my store at Teachers Pay Teachers, and I'll put a link in the description on my YouTube video. All right, so let me know if you get a chance to try out this screening. Let me know what you think of it. Love to hear any suggestions for improvements. Also, please get in touch if you have any trouble downloading it. And if you like this screening, I'm planning on making a second screening, and this would be a screening for executive function. As occupational therapists, we're qualified to evaluate and to address executive function. However, this is not really an area that we have developed a lot of competence and confidence in. And I'm going to share a little bit more information about how we can start to develop our skills in treating executive function. But I'm definitely working on an executive function screening, so that will be fun. And so get in touch if you have any comments, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.